In the world of automotive design, where the line between inspiration and imitation can sometimes blur, few things stir as much fascination as when a high-dollar exotic car starts drawing comparisons to far more affordable machines. The latest example comes courtesy of Ferrari's brand new Amalfi, a Grand Tourer that slots into the Italian brand's lineup as the successor to the Roma. On paper, it's everything you'd expect from Maranello. A sculpted body with timeless proportions, a roaring twin-turbo V8 under the hood, and a presence that practically demands admiration. Yet as soon as the first official images of the Amalfi hit the internet, eagle-eyed car enthusiasts couldn't help but notice something peculiar. Somehow, this sleek new Ferrari had shades of something far less exotic, a Toyota. And once you see it, it's hard to unsee. Of course, this isn't the first time people have drawn visual parallels between wildly different cars. But it's especially intriguing when the discussion involves Ferrari, a brand so heavily associated with exclusivity, heritage, and Italian artistry. Ferrari's designers are known for crafting shapes that stand apart, that scream performance and passion, that make a statement of wealth and status. So when enthusiasts start comparing a new Ferrari's styling cues to those of a Toyota, it feels almost sacrilegious. And yet, there's a logic behind it. The conversation was sparked in part by digital artist Theophilus Chin, better known online as Theodol, who decided to explore just how similar these two worlds could be. Taking Ferrari's new Amalfi as his canvas, he reimagined it as a next-generation Toyota GR Supra. And the result is surprisingly convincing. At first glance, transforming a Ferrari into a Toyota seems like it would require radical changes. After all, these brands exist at opposite ends of the automotive spectrum. Ferrari conjures images of exotic supercars, Formula One racing, and multi-million-dollar price tags. Toyota, for many Americans, is synonymous with reliability, practicality, and sensible transportation. Even its sports cars, like the GR Supra, are generally accessible by comparison, both in performance and price. Yet in Theodol's rendering, only a few subtle changes were necessary to push the Amalfi closer to Toyota territory. He reshaped the headlights into something more angular, widened the front grille slightly, and, most notably, swapped out Ferrari's iconic prancing horse badges for Toyota emblems. Astonishingly, the rest of the car, its body lines, proportions, and sculpted surfaces, remained largely untouched. One particularly amusing detail is the paint color. Ferrari's Giallo Medina yellow is vibrant, attention-grabbing, and deeply associated with the brand's identity. But as Theodol noted, it's remarkably close in hue to the Karasher yellow Toyota uses on models like the Prius. So even the color, without any changes, fits eerily well in the Toyota family. This color overlap adds another layer of humor to the entire transformation, because it emphasizes how small tweaks can dramatically shift a car's brand identity. While the idea of a Ferrari resembling a Toyota may sound absurd, it's not entirely without precedent. Over the last decade, Ferrari's design language has undergone significant evolution, with designers experimenting with sharper lines, slimmer headlight profiles, and distinctive front fascias. Interestingly, some of these changes have ended up echoing styling cues found in certain Japanese models. Take the SF90, Ferrari's hybrid hypercar introduced in 2019, which sports a front-end design that isn't radically different from Toyota's so-called hammerhead-style nose. That look, defined by a narrow upper grille and large lower air intakes, has become a signature across many of Toyota's recent vehicles, including the Crown Sport SUV. Similarly, some observers have noted that the Ferrari Amalfi's slim front grille and sleek headlight shapes bear a passing resemblance to the Honda Prelude, another Japanese sports coupe known for its clean lines and understated aggression. The comparison isn't perfect. The Prelude is a far smaller, front-wheel drive machine, and it lacks the Amalfi's flowing proportions and long hood. Still, It's a reminder that certain design themes can pop up across the industry, regardless of price or brand prestige. These overlaps raise an intriguing question. Are we witnessing a convergence in automotive design? As modern cars increasingly grapple with aerodynamic requirements, pedestrian safety standards, and brand identity pressures, it's perhaps inevitable that some shapes start to look similar. Designers often work within narrow constraints, and successful visual solutions tend to be borrowed and reinterpreted across brands and segments. It's also possible that global trends, like the preference for aggressive front fascias and slim lighting elements, are simply influencing everyone in parallel. Yet, even if there are practical reasons for these similarities, it's undeniably fun to imagine a Ferrari morphing into a Toyota with just a few digital edits. It speaks to how brand perception is as much about badges, history, and context as it is about sheet metal and paint. Remove the prancing horse emblems, tweak a few details, and suddenly a car that would cost several $100,000 looks strangely related to a vehicle that's parked outside your local grocery store. Ultimately, whether Ferrari's designers were consciously inspired by Toyota, or whether these similarities are merely coincidences, is anyone's guess. It's unlikely that Maranello's design team is flipping through brochures of Japanese sports cars for ideas. Still, the Amalfi's resemblance to a Toyota in Theodol's rendering has sparked conversations that go beyond just looks. It challenges our assumptions about brand identity, exclusivity, and how thin the line can sometimes be between the exotic and the everyday. As for whether future Toyota sports cars, like the next generation Supra or even the Celica, might pick up some hints of Maranello's flair, that remains to be seen. But given how quickly the internet picks up on these kinds of cross-brand echoes, it's safe to say that enthusiasts will keep watching for the next time an Italian thoroughbred and a Japanese daily driver find themselves looking unexpectedly similar. In a world where cars are increasingly defined by shared technology and global design trends, these curious overlaps might become more common and more entertaining for all of us who love cars, no matter what badge sits on the hood.